into Breathe, who has been so good.
So I'm expecting we get some Sejuani with Ignite, you know, have that early kill pressure. You have a Viego on your team, you can always bring a Viego into a Sejuani Ignite lane, kill the Camille early on, and set Breathe up with a power top side.
Well, Xiaohu's actually going to go for the phase rush as well. Not going to be Predator this time around, wanting to be more of a battle gargoyle. As here we are, game 3 between Gen.G and RNG. This is the tiebreaker to see who is going to be the first seed out of Group D.
I was going to say this also probably means he won't roam as much early on, but he went with Flash Ghost on top of the phase rush to really make these roaming taunts catch up to you a lot quicker.
I actually really like that, because a lot of what Phase Rush does is once you're already in there, you can run real fast, right? You've hit a lot of spells, you've been able to proc that, and you go really fast around the fight. But getting there is more difficult. Utilizing the Ghost in order to get in means that you're just going to be real fast all the time, no matter what.
Definitely going to have to watch, though, without the teleport here. See how much Chovy can do in lane. Church of Chovy started because of the lane dominance.
It's absolutely true. But can he utilize the stolen Galio ult to full effect? That is going to be my focus as we get closer to the mid game. But now it is certainly the realm of Chovy, which is the laning phase.
Offside start for both junglers. Sejuani leashes are godlike leashes, so Wei's going to be really accelerated here on the Viego. Very quick Sejuani leash, red buff start for him, looking towards bottom side. Camille sticks around for a long time too, though. Dorian giving a really nice leash to Vi, so Peanut will be keeping up. And the bottom lanes, these AD carries have been such massive carries for their teams in the entire day, basically, worth of games for both of them.
And I'm going to be glued to Gala and Ming just because this Lucian Nami lane has been so good for everyone that's managed to get their hands on them. As Xiaohu gets a taunt off, there's a Justice Punch. He really wants to go toe-to-toe in this early stage, but mainly just trading.
He goes for the full combo, phase rush right back out against Chovy.
All right, holding our breath here to see who is going to draw first blood. As once again, taunt is going to come through there, lands onto Chovy, who tries to dash out of the way. Does not quite manage to mitigate it. But as this is all happening, we've got Peanut taking the Ramble back, actually skipped the Raptors. See where he's going to go after that.
And this is just so nicely played here by Lehens and Ruler. On the early stages where you're guaranteed green red guns there for the opening, they take control of the minion wave against Lucian Nami, poking him, pushing him in, staying very, very healthy, getting the harass down.
Winds of War doing a fair bit of damage there. And man, this is actually really exciting in this mid lane with how much trading is going back and forth between Chovy and Xiaohu.
This is what you get with LCK champions versus MSI champions.
And have some backs between the two of them. Of course, this is an opportunity for Chovy to utilize a teleport advantage like you were talking about. Xiaohu could theoretically ghost a lane if he feels like it, but not going to, most likely.
Yep, good crash here for Ruler and Lehens. They get it all the way in, even with Wei full clearing, all the way down to bottom side, and picking up the scuttle. A little bit ahead of Peanut there with the smooth full clear for himself, but he's on double wards, and here comes Chovy.
Yeah, there's the Vault Breaker being channeled as well. Yep, flash out. Wei is not risking it this time around. He'll get to safety. Breathe taking a lot of damage here from Doran up towards the top side, though, but I'm talking about a top lane matchup, Kobe. It's a mistake.
I mean, honestly, it's the revenge of Doran here with the Camille into Sejuani. Very good early for him, and he's got his CS lead. He's got his top side pressure. Like you mentioned in Champion Select as well, could be a big factor as we get later into the game. We start to see that Camille roaming around, trying to get those picks, working with Chovy.
Yeah. And often you talk about Camille as being sort of this hybrid teamfight and split push type champion. Doran does have a lot of avenues to play this game on Camille once he has access to that Hextech ultimatum, because he can deliver a Silas into a teamfight if he's able to hijack the heroic entrance.
I also think against the Ignite Sejuani, it's really rough because you have to worry about this kill threat. Viego had just been seen on bottom side, so you're also assuming Viego has reset back to top side of the map. Now I have to give some territory, let him push in, respect the ignite, respect the possible kill here.
Nice little trade there from Xiao, who still has full health. And Ming in position. This could be first blood as Peanut's going to come up, see whether he can get it first. Remember, no flashes available. Breathe is going to try and go for the all-in because he knows that he's dead. First blood goes to Peanut. Top of the morning to you as now RNG will answer with a Drake start.
All right, so first blood for a Cloud Dragon, Atlas. As the Cloud Dragon expert, what's your price on a...
Oh, I think you'd need more than first blood to make up for a Cloud Drake, Kobe, as you know.
Even you, who loves them the most? Okay.
Well, the Hen's just spotting this out. He's on sentry duty as the Lulu. Not going to find too much here as Ruler has a gigantic wave in front of Gala. Grabs himself a plate for it as well. So RNG, give up a plate as well as that first blood, theoretically, for that dragon being picked up. RNG investing in their future. And also denying Gen.G the ability to start stacking up these Drakes if they can find these earlier advantages.
Yeah. Nice little window from Peanut. Securing it, really building Doran back up after that last game. Confidence completely shattered, maybe.
Well, Doran has actually been better at bouncing back from these situations. So good to see him playing with still that confidence that we have seen from him.
Yeah.
Nice little dodge on the Justice Punch, but now Ming and Wei back in position yet again. Control wards have gone down, and Chovy, the minion wave to pick up, does manage to secure it. Now, can the taunt land is the question. Chovy really wanted to get a ward in there, but he's not going to be able to. Flashes out, dashes out, and survives.
Nice, quick fingers here from Chovy. He could kind of feel like something was happening there with the little wiggle from Xiaohu. And Wei absorbing level 6 off the minion wave allowed him to go for the attempt at the insta-kill, but it just means a bunch more cooldowns expended. Chovy still lives.
Yeah.
Staying under tower here with the Kingslayer.
Being able to deny a little bit there, but still should be able to pick up the wave. Xiaohu gets a very nice back, and when he doesn't have teleport, you'll feel very good about having that. Lahen's lying in wait as Ruler is just taking care of the laning. And the ward goes in. They spot out the Lulu. So
now, we're going to have a window of jungle difference now, too, with ultimate difference, since Wei used his there at the attempt at Chovy's life.
All right, Culling comes through. Lahen's, that is not the back massage that you wanted. And 50% health. Now, underneath their turret, no one coming around, but we are seeing the power of this Lucian Nami.
Control ward laid down instantly as Riptail pops up. Breathe, pushes in on the Sejuani. Again, though, we would have an ultimate difference here in junglers. Wei no ultimate. You can buy ult, plus you can have Camille coming in. Don't think they want to make the collapse, though. Look at the bottom lane. Bottom lane call has been made early. Aphelios going to try and push on turret plates, and Gala goes back to try and deny him. Yep. Let's see if Ruler can get any money off of it.
What you want to see from Gen.G is to be able to pick up 2 plates in order to answer this. We've been talking about it all week, and he's almost able to get 1.
And I would say, too, with the extra 200 gold added after the durability patch, you probably even need more than that nowadays. Even though the experience is quite nice if you're able to push in the waves, but very smart from RNG. They say, Gala, we don't need you. They send him back to the tower, so he also is able to pick up minions at the turret at the very least. So nice brute force play from RNG.
You can see vision being cleared out. Now Wei waiting, looking for an opportunity to take down Doran yet again. Winter's Wrath comes through, not able to use that tactical sweep to get that last minion, and Doran playing with a lot of respect. Has an idea that there could be a Viego in the area. He's going to take the empowered recall, though. Yeah. So Doran's still going to play with respect, even though there is no one there. There's Breathe. It's like, where did you go?
I was hiding.
He was in the brush the whole time!
Happy to be the carry side of the matchup now, though, of course.
It really is the opposite side of the coin. I guess, you know, you're not really a carry on Renekton, but you're not necessarily a tank either.
Yeah, and if you don't have the jungler to help you dive in the Renekton King-Kong matchup, then this is going to be a little bit painful. I'm really still waiting on the first Galio ultimate, though.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to use it as well.
True. Will it be original flavor or Silas flavor?
Or extra crispy. Okay, Vault Breaker gets Peanut out of that Dragon Pit. Next one going to be available in 45 seconds. Xiaohu taking a bit of damage. Peanut, cease and desist up and ready, but the rest of RNG moving over as Gala has to relentlessly escape. It's an awkward ability name when you're using it defensively. Is now Lehens and Ruler not going to walk towards this Tri-Brush, and a very good idea as well.
Yeah.
Squad was on their way.
You can tell how much caution they're putting in. Don't want to leave that opening to blow this game wide open, because Dragon for the gold lead, and with Rift Herald down here for RNG, they're going to whittle down on that gold lead as well. More money into Gala and Ming.
Yeah. Gale Force is going to be picked up, but this teleport is from Chovy. It's of course not. Ruler making it back down here to get that money from the minion wave. Does manage to pick up his Everfrost. Gale Force there, and some item spikes for Gen.G. Now being able to take down that turret to an even level with what Gen.G were able to accomplish really does help even things back out again. 1,000 gold means not a whole lot here at this stage of the game. You mentioned that opening, that window to get back in, and we haven't seen it this time as now. Vault Breaker comes forward. Doran is so incredibly low, has to flash. The hook shot doesn't get the stun, and the cease and desist is there, and Breathe will be taken down. That was close, though.
Peanut, the difference maker again in the top lane. Jungle power. Doran baits him in, gets low here on the Camille. It's too juicy for Breathe to pass up, and then Peanut comes in, finishes the job for him.
That's 2-0 now for the Vi as well. Peanut pretty accelerated in this game, as this next Drake going to be taken as well, as Gen.G not looking too interested in it, and that is going to be the second one. So nice work for RNG answering back with these globals.
And you said the payment on a Dragon's got to be more than just a kill. This one wasn't even a first blood kill, so RNG getting the Inferno as well, but Xiao is pretty far into lane. Bait rush, Ghost.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement speed, but there is a decent amount of CC here as Peanut was trying to pick the flash, but Xiao doesn't do it. He's still going to die, though.
We have flashes from Peanut and Lehens and the ultimate coming through. You're not dodging this.
Is that, so that's all of the flashes as well as 2 kills in trade for that Drake. I think RNG are probably still all right.
That wasn't part of the same trade deal, okay?
All right, okay. It's a different deal completely.
Completely different one. Peanut threading around mid lane here as Gal is trying to exact further payment, though.
Now, this turret falling down prior to 14 minutes means all of those plates will go into the hand of Chovy if he decides to stick around. Not going to, though. Going to respect the fact that RNG were in Fog of War, as we're going to see this one more time.
Yeah, most underwhelming Xiaohu Galio pick I've seen in a long time. They have not gotten anything out of it, and as you pointed out, even might be a negative with Silas being able to steal it later in the game, so
yeah,
very big
yet,
stuff.
But we're giving it some time, seeing whether Xiaohu can find the angles. As of course, it hasn't really been, like, we haven't found that moment for skirmishes, right? It's been Gen.G skirmishing and RNG saying, well, we'll just take this Drake.
Yeah.
We'll look to try and get towards Soul and see what we can do there. But it's starting to move up towards that 3,000 gold lead, and that is where things begin to get dicey as far as the item advantages that you can pick up on Gen.G's side.
Xiaohu has earned enough respect to say, you can pick Galio whenever you want.
Yep.
But definitely a little bit of doubt brewing here already. We'll see what comes of the Dragon stacking, though, as you're talking about. 3 minutes on the next one. As we enter the 14-minute mark, and turret plates drop here for both teams. And what is it, apparently an LCK match?
Yeah, it is certainly feeling that way. Of course, RNG have in the past had a bit of a
LCK tendency.
Yeah, it's a bit of an LCK tendency. It is a bit of an LCK draft as well, so it's all just, it's becoming that way. We're just handshaking.
Now we're gonna get some partying.
Well, Shirley, will she be taken down first? Is kind of the question. Is Peanut in the river? They have the vision that they were looking for, and here we go. Glacial Prison not going to imprison the Vi right now. As Moonlight Vigil Ruler just taking matters into his own hands. In goes Peanut all the way towards that backline. The Everfrost value is just massive, and here's the Galio finally using that ultimate, but I don't know whether it's exactly what he wants. Doran going to win the fight with Wayne. eke it out with 3 members alive, but that was not the fight they were looking for.
Oh, no, it was not. On the top of your screen as well. Even though Wei got the Rift Herald, Doran soloed him, and Wei failed his flash in the thick part of that topside wall.
Oh, that's gotten so many so far this tournament as well.
Face plant from Wei afterwards.
I think it was plans where there was like 2 in the same day. It's a difficult flash. It certainly is. Certainly in these high pressure moments, difficult to make that one work. But now Gen.G with a real advantage right now, even if they didn't manage to secure the Rift Herald.
More objectives for RNG, but the gold lead just further increases. And this is a good little attempt to turn from RNG. They try and turn immediately onto Peanut and Chovy, but then even after they've gotten the Herald, Peanut goes super deep here with the Vi. Nami disengage makes it look good for a while, and you think with the Galio ultimate it's gonna be fine. This is what I was talking about, the 1v1 in the top side. It's the fail flash into the finish on the solo bolo. And of course, the re-engage from Gen.G was better. Chovy stuns him out of the blast cone there.
Yeah, I thought Xiaohu may not have quite gotten to the position and they realized that they had to actually press the button, but no, it was actually the interruption. So, still, fantastic news here for Gen.G fans, but this Rift Herald will be used to take down this outer turret in mid lane. Mid lane control, very, very good for RNG that do want to be able to utilize this Galio and open up the map for themselves. Definitely the best turret to take, but right now we've got the 1-3-1 in full effect for Gen.G.
And they've got to recall immediately if they want to be here for setup. I think maybe with the delay that's coming from Gen.G, I mean, they're going to have to start face checking into RNG vision if they actually want to contest this dragon. Breathe does have teleport, so Sejuani pushing out topside for RNG. Brute force from Gen.G inside, though. They're just going to engage.
Yep, Peanut just running at them. But RNG are just going to make their way out. Peanut taking a bit of damage. He's not quite as tanky as he was last game.
I guess they make the call for RNG. Let's trade topside turret for this dragon. Gen.G brute force it. They save the teleport on Breathe, trade top tower instead. They don't want to risk it here, but it does mean we won't get early soul.
Yeah, and also, I think RNG intelligently realizing that they didn't have the item timings. Gala actually needed to go for a reset that was going to be late, and picks up his rapid fire cannon now, but didn't have that available if they wanted to fight for that dragon. So I think it's really smart to just go for what you can get, which is this outer turret on the top side of the map. Identifying that they just don't have the advantage at this point in the game. 2.5k behind, and lost that last team fight. It's, of course, not the end of the world or anything like that. RNG reading that just weren't able to get in position.
Yeah, definitely wise.
All right, Ingo's ruler just gale forcing after Gala, and there's the Moonlight Visual to finish it off. Peanut having to flash Bolt Breaker, gets him out of the Aqua Prison, and now a fight happening off to the side. Breathe now struggling against the true damage here that Doran has available, and Chovy is going to collapse. That's a dead Sejuani. And now Lahan's just looking to keep them here. The Glitter Lance comes forward. There it is from Doran, diving on it. He has the Wild Growth to get the triple knock up, and he's been taking the turret for 16 years. Now gets out from underneath, and Gen.G just eradicate RNG.
Gen.G supremacy here on the day, absolutely blasting RNG. They're gonna run through that mid turret as well. Huge, huge picks. I cannot believe Peanut survived the deepest dive in between the turrets, though. Got the kill, flashes out, and lives to tail the tale.
The crazy thing for me was the fact that Ruler looked like he was the one playing Lucian. Just gale forcing as if it's relentless pursuit.
I'm telling you, Aphelios has won every single matchup here between these two teams. Looks like Ruler's on pace to increase that win rate yet again. And it all starts out with a bubble here onto Peanut, and Ruler says, not my jungler, goes in to punish him. Immediately there with the purple gun, Peanut follows it, and the ultimate sniping him for the extra damage. Then the flash into Q immediately dodges the bubble to get away, and they're not done there as Doran goes to chase down Breathe. Open up an early health lead on him, and Chovy completes the collapse here. Then it's Lahen's. The Glitter Lance slow. Opens up the ult. Oh my goodness, Doran beautiful there to be able to get the flash into stun ultimate and pull him right back.
It feels like the spectator wasn't fast enough for what was happening half the time there. And that's a very happy Peanut. And Ruler also just having a really good time. Great to see grins on these players' faces.
Yeah, Gen.G on fire today.
Oh yeah. And remember, it was Ruler that was able to win Worlds, but was never able to win a domestic title. Managed to do that. Peanut, of course, has been able to win domestic titles in the past, and now it's up to Ruler to get a World Championship victory for Peanut, for Chovy as well, who everyone's been talking about for so long, but only just got his first title this year.
So much hype behind this Gen.G team coming in, and deservedly so. On the international stage now, really showing what they can do. Thinking back to the last one as well. See about this takeover of the red quadrant in jungle, though. Here they go.
Yep, Ming's going to get discovered here as Doran a little bit far ahead of his team, but my goodness, the damage onto Xiao, who has to back away under that turret. They're not done yet, though, as Tidal Wave is going to interrupt the Vault Breaker, but now Xiao, who's going to be left by himself. Chains are going to land, and that's Chovy picking up yet another kill. The shields are massive as well at the same time here as Gen.G take the turret and move out.
Yeah, they've got that timer for Breeze teleport down pat. They make this play with a good 30 seconds left on the teleport cooldown. Breeze showing bottom, can't get there. They just run straight at him. Gen.G, the juggernaut continues. They start up the Baron. They're looking for the turn here. Chovy has stolen Galio ultimate. 5v4. Xiaohu, upon revival, will have one for RNG, but they don't have the precious seconds.
Yep, the Hextech entrance possible here as Doran can dive on in anytime. He's now just playing bodyguard. Decent amount of CC as he does have to get out of there. The permafrost going to be available. Wait, diving on in! He is going to get taken down though, and no more smite is going to be in that pit. They dash on over, but it's just not enough. And there's the heroic entrance, this time from Chovy. It's repeated as Xiaohu tries to show him who's boss, but it's not enough. And the gold lead is just too big. The item lead, too big. A double kill for Ruler. And Doran will be able to nail the stun. And they'll get the ace and the Baron.
The LCK champs make quick work of RNG, not losing a single player on that Baron turn. That was way too early for the RNG jungler. Xiao, who had just gotten up, couldn't get close enough for the Galio ultimate. Gen.G again. These Baron turns for them. They stop DPS, they kill the jungler, they get the Baron, they get the dragon. They get everything.
Yeah, and it's now an 11,000 gold lead or thereabouts for Gen.G. That dragon stacking that had stopped just a little while before is going to be evened out here as Gen.G pick up their second Hex Drake. Oh man, this is certainly an RNG that are on the ropes. They have been able to stall out games in the past, but this is one of those times where Gen.G have a composition that closes out games very effectively with the fact that you can just force engages with Hextech Ultimatum and Heroic Entrance if Chovy can steal that away.
Yeah. Man. Xiaohu Galio, not the showing you would expect here. Gen.G just demolishing it all across the map. Peanut, early ganks towards top side, getting Doran ahead on this Camille. Now they're coming to end it.
Well, they just dive on in. So much hard engage, and that is the Lucian dead. Now Peanut trying to tank this one up, has to get out of there, and he'll survive. Oh my goodness, breathe now. The tank in the backline. Xiaohu just trying to tidy it up, but Doran is just gigantic. And the Galio will be taken down. That is Chovy with another one as this Silas has decimated RNG. It's another ace, and Gen.G will be the first seed coming out of Group D.
Huge stuff from Gen.G. The LCK champs on top again.
What a performance today. RNG